Does your LDL cholesterol matter if you're otherwise healthy? The idea that it doesn't is propagated by some people in the keto and carnivore communities who suggest that the only reason it looks like LDL cholesterol can increase risk of cardiovascular disease is because those with higher LDL cholesterols also tend to carry more body fat, have higher blood sugar levels, and higher triglyceride levels, for example. But this new study may put some of those arguments to rest. There were 1,270 participants from the CARDIA study who were ages 32 to 46. These participants did not smoke or have a history of cardiovascular disease, diabetes, or high blood pressure, nor did they have low HDL cholesterol levels or high triglyceride levels, and they were not taking cholesterol-lowering medications. Participants also tended to exercise regularly, consume little to no alcohol, and have low levels of CRP, which is a marker of inflammation. Despite being generally healthy, about a 25-point increase in LDL cholesterol levels was associated with a 32 to 36% higher risk of having coronary artery calcium, developing new coronary artery calcification, or seeing progression of the coronary artery calcification during the following decade. And there was also a 44% greater odds of being in the 75th percentile or higher for carotid intima media thickness scores. That is a measurement that also accounts for non-calcified plaque that will not be picked up on your coronary artery calcium scans. And in fact, even in people with coronary artery calcium scores of 0, higher LDL cholesterol levels were associated with higher carotid intima media thickness scores. And this is important because you might not see calcified plaque until the soft plaque has been there for decades, which is why a coronary artery calcium score of 0 does not mean you do not have plaque. But it can be a useful tool in helping determine how much risk there is, especially in older populations. Also worth noting, HDL cholesterol and triglyceride levels were not significantly associated with risk. Now, those previous results were for about a 25-point increase in LDL cholesterol levels, but if we instead divide them into 3 groups of those with the lowest, kind of mid-range, and then highest levels of LDL cholesterol, those with the highest levels had about a 2 to 2.5 times greater risk of coronary artery calcium presence, incidence, or progression compared to the lowest scores. And similarly, they had 2.57 times greater odds of being in the 75th percentile for carotid intima media thickness scores. So this study suggests that LDL cholesterol can contribute to plaque formation and progression even if other risk factors are kept in check, and this isn't the first study to show that. So I've said it before and I'll say it again, the lower we can get our LDL cholesterol levels and the longer we can keep them there, the better.